A deafening silence from the Bank of Japan as other central banks come out in support of the U.S. Fed Chair under attack from President Donald Trump. BOJ has traditionally refrained from public comment on politics, with Tokyo also reluctant to anger a long-time ally. The issue dividing New Zealand's government, with the foreign minister chastising the governor of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand for her public support of a Fed Chair Jerome Powell, saying the bank should not get involved in U.S. domestic politics. Their position standing in contrast to a statement backed by central bankers from the ECB and 10 countries, including the UK, Australia, Canada and South Korea, in which they maintained that the independence of central banks is a cornerstone of price, financial and economic stability. Nick Harper with updates on the criminal probe into U.S. Fed Chair over the renovation of the Fed headquarters project. And he's covering this story for CNA Live from Washington, D.C. Nick, this probe launched by the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia. What have we heard from the head of that office?
Well, Wei-Tu, as you mentioned there, divided international opinion, also divided domestic opinion here in the United States. But for Jeanine Pirro, who launched this investigation, we're seeing incredible backlash. Now, she is a long-term ally of Donald Trump, but there has been a backlash even from within the ranks of the Republican Party. Many senior Republican officials essentially saying they were blindsided by her and her investigation, that they were unaware that it was taking place. And they have seriously questioned, as many people around the world have done, what this means for the independence of the Federal Reserve. The White House also seems to be turning the blame on Pirro as well. And we have been hearing from the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. Apparently he is frustrated by all of this. Largely the thinking had been that even though Donald Trump has been a very vocal critic of Jerome Powell, we were just going to wait it out. The White House was going to wait until Powell's term ends in May and then put forward a new nominee to run the Federal Reserve, someone that Donald Trump was happy with. But of course, this investigation being launched by Jeanine Pirro has completely complicated that, to the extent the Republicans are even suggesting that they would block any nominee that Donald Trump now puts forward, making it very, very difficult for him to install not just a new Fed chair, but any Fed governors onto the Federal Reserve.
So, Nick, as you mentioned, Mr. Powell would have left in May, in any case, when his term ended. But ironically, this launch of the criminal investigation might actually prolong his stay as head of the Federal Reserve.
Well, that's right. That's the irony here. If Donald Trump is not able to nominate and get confirmed a new Fed chair, essentially Jerome Powell would still be in charge, even though his term ends in May. He is digging his heels in. He is strenuously denying that he had any involvement in any wrongdoing. He says this is all about interest rates and the fact that Donald Trump doesn't like what the Federal Reserve has done, i.e. not reduced interest rates quickly enough or as quickly as Donald Trump would have liked. But we also have the possibility that even if he leaves in May, there may still be this investigation hanging over him. Remember, Donald Trump and the Trump administration have investigated various Trump foes in the past, including the special prosecutor Jack Smith, Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, and also James Comey, the former FBI director. So even if Jerome Powell leaves in May, there still may be this investigation dogging his heels, with the Trump administration still trying to hold him to account for what Jerome Powell says is all about those interest rates.
Oh, thanks. And Nick Harper there reporting for CNA Live from Washington, D.C.